Thank you, you're very kind. Thank you.
Thank you so much. In fact, it's an honor to have you here today. Good evening, a very good evening. Lara, you had a stupendous journey. Every role that you've taken up, personally or professionally, you have excelled. Tell us something about your journey with Miss Divva. How has this role been for you?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is my 7th year, yes? 8th, no, but my 7th year. My 7th year with the Times of India group as mentor to the girls who participate at Miss Divva. So Miss Divva 2020, I promise you, this night and the night of the finale never gets old, because it just brings back memories of 19 years ago, standing on a very similar stage like this, feeling as nervous as these girls, this new batch that we're going to get is going to come in, and the feeling that you get to represent your country, to participate, to hope to win, it never gets old and it never changes. And 19 years later, it honestly still feels like the most incredible journey I've been on in my lifetime. I mean, 19 years ago, the 12th of May, my life changed forever. The Times of India has been a really, really big part of that. And it feels really incredible to come back year after year and give back a little bit of it as mentor to these girls.
And clearly there is no one better to do that. A lot of girls look up to you. They want to be like you. What are the qualities that you are looking for in Divva Miss Divva 2020?
So first and foremost, very, very excited. 2020, we have a brand new sponsor. We've had Liva that's come on board, and the values that Liva stands for as a brand are very much in line with what Miss Divva stands for and what we're looking for in our girls. So for me specifically, and I'll speak for myself, when I come in as mentor, or I come in as a host, or as somebody who trains these girls through, I'm looking for someone who can break stereotypes. So for too long, we've had, you know, the typical, stereotypical idea of what we expect beauty pageant winners to be, what we expect our beauty queens to be. But that entire concept has changed so drastically over the years that today I want a woman who's confident enough to extremely confidently express herself and completely shatter that stereotype.
I hope the girls out there are listening. Okay, Lara, finally, what can we expect from this season of Divva Miss Divva?
Well, you can expect some really fearless, spunky, incredible women that I know are already ready to be selected. Our selections start across the country, in fact, actually almost simultaneously. So we're going to go across the cities, across India, pan-India, to find contestants that are going to compete this year. And I promise you, this year is going to be a year like no other. I know we say that every year, but the girls just keep getting better and better. I mean, when I see them, it makes me feel like I was the naivest, you know, Johnny-come-nothing lately when I participated. So I'm so proud. You saw some of the girls, some of our past winners on stage here tonight. And I've worked with these girls for the first time. Some of them faced a camera for the very first time in their lives. And to see them come such a long way, to see how confident they are today, forget about what happened in life or where they're going or what they've been already. I think these women already are just the most incredible young women. I mean, to me, they're an inspiration.
Honestly, you were very, very incredible. I still remember you had the highest score in that Miss Universe pageant.
And I'm ready for it to be shattered. I know. I mean, what was it? 9.99 or something. But I'm ready for a perfect 10. It's time.
Let's hear it for Divva Miss Divva shattering that. Thank you, Lara. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Please be on stage. I now call upon Mr.
Right. So, I mean, we just want to, you know, kickstart this entire press conference. Did it even feel like a press conference, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, say yes or no. It looked like beauty surrounded us, like full on. Of course, Lara chairing the main seat here, the hot seat, I must say. Lara, we love you, and this journey with you has only been fabulous. I have seen how our contestants have grown over the years, and when you were talking about it, forget where they're going, forget where they're headed. It's all because of your aura and your spirit. We are living this dream. From dreams to reality. Thank you so much. Can we hear it for Lara Dutta? Everybody, please. So, Lara, a rewind, okay? A quick rewind. 19 years is what you said. Liva Miss Diva 2020 would be your 20th year. That year, I remember, 20 years back when we do have our finale in February, you, Dia and Priyanka complete 20 years, and all three ladies got us back the international titles. Can we give it up for that year 2000? I think all three of you just opened India and put India on the global map like none other year. So just to rewind.
Very quickly, before we rewind 19 years, we will rewind 19 years, but I just want to say, I was discussing this with members of the media earlier this evening, and they said, what do you do for the girls, apart from mentoring them for a contest, how does that lead them, the girls that don't make it to the top 3 on that final night, what happens to them? So to be really honest, I think for me, with the Times of India group, I have been around here for so long that I have seen within the organization, entire teams grow, begin, finish their journeys, new people come in, new blood, new idea, new thoughts. And within the Times of India, I think the whole idea, apart from just conducting a contest that chooses a winner and looking at it as a business, we also create an incredible ecosystem for these girls who win, for even former pageant title holders. It's about creating an ecosystem of a sisterhood, where women, regardless of whether they win internationally or not, they have a safe place. They have some place to call home, where you can actually come in regardless of what your life experience has been, and share that and exchange ideas and lean on each other. And it's amazing to be part of that ecosystem. Natasha here, by the way, is my biggest diva, and I say this with all my love. I've seen this girl come into the Times of India, become this incredible vocal voice. She spends a lot more time with these ladies than I do, and they're terrified of her, which is great because she rules over them like a true diva. So she's really somebody that they kind of look up to and want to emulate.
The word is biggest. Biggest
No.
diva, yeah?
Rohit, unfortunately, is our one man who's had to deal with all the divas that he's created. Including the one that he puts in charge. So, we have, as you can see, this is a family that's been there and a relationship that's been there for years. And we're looking at building that, starting, of course, with this year in 2020 with Liva. But please, welcome, and I promise you, it's going to be a lot of fun. And so 19 years ago, 3 title holders, 3 winners that went out internationally, threw up a Hail Mary, came home with 3 titles.
I think the Times of India used that picture of yours where there is a teardrop falling right here and you're getting crowned as Miss Universe. And that picture, I can't forget, ever. So,
but like I said, it's going to be 20 years. I feel like it was somebody else's life. I feel like that happened to somebody else entirely. Because you either move with the times or you just get stuck and stagnate. But yeah, I think, like you said, we say it every year, but how wonderful would it be for another title holder to come back?
God willing, fingers crossed. I hope this year marks it, and next year, of course, just a double whammy. I just hope that happens for us at Miss Universe, at Miss Supranational. Thank you so much, Lara, for being here. Seriously, it really means a lot. I want to pose a question to Rajiv. Rajiv, this is the first year with Liva, and I want to understand from you, why has Liva associated with Miss Diva?
Well, first of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Lara, and thank you, Times of India, for making us part of that family, and we are extremely excited.
You're welcome and always welcome.
Thank you. Brand Liva encourages the women of today to be uninhibited, unrestrained, confident, poised. These are perhaps the exact qualities that are required to be a Miss Diva. And I think this is a symbiotic relationship. And we really hope that this will go a long way.
We're hoping that too, sir. We're
Thank
hoping
you.
that too. You better make it happen again, okay? I'm telling you. No, really, I think it's an amazing marriage and it's just a seamless fit. And the terminologies that we've seen the brand Divva hold, or the features that it has, it's completely a seamless fit with Divva. So thank you so much. Can we please give it up for Divva and Rajiv here, please? Rajiv, if you could, okay, could you pass the mic to Mr. Rohit Gopakumar as well? Hello, Rohit. How are you?
I'm sitting in office today.
Okay, it's really odd for me to call him Rohit because he's my boss. So yeah, so I have to like really be prim and proper now. Yeah. So Rohit, how important is this partnership, this beauty pageant of Miss Divva, with the brand like Divva for you?
Good evening, people. Thank you so much on behalf of the Times Group to be part of this press con and also a beginning of a new journey for us. Before I get into the importance of a partnership, what I would like to say, in my 26 years of career through media, I have never ever had a partner on any property of mine which rhymed like a poem. Divva, Miss Divva. Okay, so I think there itself we started off a very good, I think, partnership on a great note, because we couldn't have asked for somebody, like a Divva kind of a brand to be partnering with us, especially somebody who's into new age, garment, as I would call it, or the fabric, as I call it. And I think we also are evolving ourselves. And I think this part of the journey also will be very good. So just to tell you about partnerships, success is built on partnerships. Throughout all our events, be it the group events like Film Fair, Mirchi Music Awards, we are in this for a long haul. And for us, the travel and the distance is a lot. So some, co-travelers, partners, we look forward to, they come to us because they also feel that their objectives are fulfilled. And during that journey, a couple of years or maybe a decade, we would like to make sure that through our events, their objectives are met. That's the importance of partnerships.
Great, thank you so much. Can we please give it up for Mr. Rohit Gopakumar? I'm going to request Rajiv to pass the mic to Shrishti, please. Shrishti, apart from the rhyming of Divva and Divva, before, of course, we throw the floor open for media questions, how does Divva complement Divva?
Good evening, everybody. Natasha, it's good that you asked me this question because it's a thought that I've been carrying ever since we started talking about partnering. Lara, you mentioned about 19 years. I think in the 20th year, it doesn't feel like this is the first year for Divva to come together. It is so much in the flow. Whatever we've seen with all these years and the girls, one spirit that unites every one of them is being fearless. Being fearless interpreted as living in their own flow. Living in the flow of the universe and not worrying about anything. Just being yourself. So I honestly feel that the compliment is so natural that it really doesn't feel like it's year one. And honestly, from our side, I think it's a partnership also which we intend to look at for a longer time. And it's not just like one year knee-jerk sponsor kar diya ho gaya. It's a philosophy that I believe that will carry us forward and hopefully see us getting the title this year.
Great, thank you so much.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you, Shrishti. Thanks a lot. Can we give it up for? Come on.
Natasha, I just want to say something.
Yes.
I forgot to say this. In my first job, I was again back in TOI, my media beginnings in Bangalore, and Lara also is from Bangalore. So, incidentally, I used to also that time handle the Femina Miss India locally in Bangalore. I remember there's this girl who walks into office to come and submit her portfolio to take part for Miss India. I mean, that kind of silence in office I've never ever felt in my life. There's this woman who walks in, and the whole floor goes like that. She comes, leaves her portfolio, says bye, and she leaves. For 20 minutes, nobody's speaking. And I really hope this year, somebody walks into our auditions like that, and all of us are like awestruck. The thing is, I'm not able to meet somebody like that, so I keep telling Lara, find one more Lara.
Wish
know,
we could have many more Laras, really. I totally agree with that, Rohit, totally. In fact, this marriage, I hope, which is arranged, and we stay arranged and fall in love with each other. So I hope this partnership continues. Liva, thank you so much. Members of Liva present here. Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw our promo and the ad, which is going to be hitting all media panels tomorrow. It's a first release for you. I hope you like the brand promo and the ad. I think it's a partnership that we put this effort together. Thank you for all the members who made it possible, who produced that, who directed it. Thanks so much for being here and thanks for making it happen. Can we give it up for all the hard work that is put together in creating that from the Liva team, from the Times of India, and all the partners who we had here. Thank you so much. We're going to keep the floor open for questions for our bloggers, our media, people who are present here today. So feel free to ask anything you like besides my phone number, all right? Okay,
No, ask for that first.
Right. Can we please pass around the mic? And we all are really hungry, so let's just ask the questions and then head for dinner. Anybody, please raise your hands and we can just go ahead. You have the mic with you? There.
Hi, good evening everybody. My question is to Lara ma'am. I want to ask you, how do you keep yourself confident and calm before hitting the ramp?
Years of practice. No, but I think, to go back and rewind many years, I started modeling when I was 16 years old. So of course, every single time that you step on the ramp, even now, a lot of times we're asked to be showstoppers. But you're always nervous, and I think that little bit of butterflies in your stomach is great. I think it's fantastic. I don't ever want to lose that feeling because it really keeps you just so in the moment. And I think that's the key. The key is about being right there, right now, enjoying it, playing it to the hilt, rather than worrying about, am I going to fall, am I going to trip, am I going to win, am I going to lose, am I going to go home, whatever. It's about really being in the moment and enjoying yourself. I think for me, knowing that and experiencing it when I'm on stage or on ramp is the greatest part.
Wow, thank you. It's about living your flow, the mantra for this year with Liva as well. Please, anybody else for questions?
Hi,
Yes.
ma'am. So my question is for you. First of all, you look beautiful. And can we know 5 must-haves in your bag?
In my bag? Thankfully, it's changed. I would have had to say earlier that it was diapers and the milk bottle, but that's changed a little bit, thank God. So today, I would say, well, my wallet, which contains obviously my ID cards, pictures of my family, money, credit cards, very important to have. My phone that I can't live without, like all of us. The house keys, because my husband and my daughter are both going to be asleep by the time I get home and there's no one to let me in. A great lipstick, I think. If nothing else is on your face, you just throw on a mouth, you can rule the world. And number 5.
Is there a hidden picture of me anywhere?
Of course, there's a picture of Natasha. I carry it in a gilded gold frame in my handbag every day. It's a large picture, therefore I know large.
Picture. Okay, thanks, Lara. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. My question is for Rohit sir. So what is the exact message you want to put across over youth with this?
I think our partner's statement, live your flow, right? I mean, I know I'm not wanting to plug this as a sponsor, line, but the reality of it is, for us, in terms of if you look at what we try to put out there, I think you saw the 8 girls who walked the fashion week. I'm so proud of them in the sense of actually seeing them from where they came from and what they are today. That is what I would tell them. Just live your dream. When you see us audience from outside, you see a very glamorous show. Trust me, even when I was not part of this, I used to look at it like that. Oh, it's one more, glamour event. For me, one thing changed when I was in Guwahati, and there was this audition happening, and there's one girl who came, and she came from a community which does not allow women to be out there, right? And she was determined to be a model. She could speak only Hindi. And she came from over 160 kilometers from Guwahati. She traveled for 2.5 days to reach there. And because I think my team went and told her, like, you need to do some threading on her face and all that. Poor thing was completely, like, fully rashed. And we were doing an audition and we asked her, so what do you think, it takes to become Miss Divva or Miss Universe or Lara, right? She said, determination, and I'm determined. So I said, you're a little heavy, you have to lose weight. Do you have a gym, in your town? She said, sir, I come from a village, मैं खेतों में भागूंगी. Now, for me, that I heard that and I said, now that is a dream. If somebody we can affect in a town which is really nowhere near to a metro, I think we are doing something right. Apart from the glamour, apart from all this, what you see in papers and social media and XYZ, the reality is that we are changing people's perception, lives bit by bit. And I think in the last so many years, as an organization, I think Lara, Priyanka, Sushmita, I mean, if I name people like them, I personally believe that we've really changed that ecosystem for them. And I think that's what we try to achieve.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for inspiring every woman.
Thank you.
And that is amazing.
Any other questions? Can we please pass the mic?
Before we have a question, guys, I just want to address something. So over the years, every year, right? It's been 19 years since we won a Miss Universe title. Over the years, I'm asked one question the most. What is it that we're lacking? Why isn't India winning anymore? What is it that the girls don't have? Why aren't we bringing a title back home? You know what, I just want to say, as a former pageant winner, as a former title holder, I think as a country we've lost perspective. We've completely lost perspective. We had a golden period between the years of 1992 and maybe 2000, where we had a spate of winners from India who won a lot of international titles. But we forgot that the forerunners to that, the girls who started placing in the contest way before you actually had a winner, girls like Madhu Sapre, like Manpreet Brar, that started making the top 3 in pageants, those are women that to me were my mentors. Those are the women that paved the way. And do you know why they paved the way? Because they broke stereotypes. Because they answered questions. If anybody remembers Madhu Sapre's answer to her question, what would she want to do? What would she want to change within her country? She wanted to build a sports stadium, guys. She wanted to change the sport infrastructure in this country. That is my role model. So regardless of what our girls are doing, whether they're bringing home a title or not, slowly by slowly, every single Indian representative that we send is changing the entire graph, is changing the entire narrative of how international pageantry is run. She is rewriting the rules. She's standing up there and answering questions in Hindi, or she's answering it in her mother tongue because she feels that that's how she is more expressive. Very, very slowly, change is being driven all across the world because of women who are fearless to do it. And to me, that is the honest victory. That is the true victory. That is a victory in a truer sense, where it's not benefiting one woman who's going to win a title and change her life. It's benefiting a generation of women that will come after her. And it's not easy, guys. The entire requisite of what is required by an international pageant holder changes constantly. That entire canvas is constantly being painted by the international pageant world. So it's not as easy as, we're sending a beautiful girl, she's not confident enough, she doesn't speak well. Or that, India's sending somebody, of course we're going to come back, it's easy peasy, it's like drinking a cup of tea. It's not. You're competing against hundreds of other countries. And yet every single contestant who has left our stage and gone on to compete has completely rewritten what the girl ahead of her has done. So I honestly urge us, I know the media is watching today, today the game for these girls is finished before it's even begun. Why? Because of social media. Social media today is so influencing that before your candidate can even get to whichever country she's going to participate, has already decided whether she's a winner or she's not. And if you think that that's not influencing a panel of judges that are going to come out and see those girls for the first time and pick a winner, you're mistaken. So these girls are dealing with an environment today that never existed when you had that golden era of winners that took place. So for God's sakes, people, stand behind your girl. Give her your support. If she's on social media, follow her and show her love, because we're more often than not, there are too many people willing to tear you down than build you up. So that is an honest, earnest request. Please come stand behind your candidate.
Dude, that was, I'm getting goosebumps, Lara. Lara for the win. Really, thank you so much. And I think you just summed it up for us, really. That was amazing. That was amazing. Can we give another round of applause? That was kick-ass. Really, thank you. Thank you. Any other questions?
Hey, hi Lara, this is Hasbi from Bombay Times. What you just said was really inspiring for many. But a few minutes back you even said that this time you're looking in a girl who really breaks stereotypes. So can you be a little more specific, because every girl is unique in their own ways.
For sure. So, and we want to celebrate that uniqueness. So the whole idea behind mentoring these girls, they go through the standard training regime, right? They're taught they work with, with life coaches, they work with the best ramp coaches, walking coaches, they work with the best makeup artists. All of that is the standard practice that has to happen. That's the spit and polish, right? I think for me, at least in my endeavor, what I try to do is find the uniqueness in every girl and enhance that. So at the end of the day, on that final night, when you're picking 3 winners out of 20, the girls are playing from an even field, but then why do some of them stand out? Some of them stand out because of the individuals that they are. And the idea is finding that and giving them the confidence and the voice to be those individuals. So I want to break stereotypes. I don't want, I've said this in previous years as well, I don't want cookie cutter girls who want to come up on stage and be Sushmita, Aishwarya, Lara, Priyanka. I don't want that. It's passé, it's done. We've been there and done that. It's time to set an entire new standard, a gold standard of what a beauty pageant winner should be.
Wow. I mean, that deserves a round of applause. Come on, yeah, don't be shy. Your joy. Come on. Thank you.
लारा जी आपके सामने लारा जी, जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं कि आपने और प्रियंका चोपड़ा जी ने एक ही साल में हमारे हिंदुस्तान का नाम रोशन किया था, लेकिन आज हम देखते हैं कि प्रियंका चोपड़ा जी हॉलीवुड की एक बहुत बड़ी स्टार बन चुकी है। जितना मेरा नॉलेज है, आपको भी मैट्रिक्स की तरफ से कुछ सालों पहले बहुत बड़ा ऑफर आया था, लेकिन आई डोंट नो आपने क्यों नहीं किया। तो इन सारी चीज़ों का मलाल होता है आपको?
बट आपको चाहिए क्या कि 2 लड़की क्लोन बने? मतलब एक लेफ्ट की तरफ चले तो दूसरे भी चले, एक राइट की तरफ चले तो मैं भी चलूं। फिर देन आप लोग हम दोनों को, why you all proud of us as Indians? अगर आपको चाहिए कि दोनों लड़की सेम पाथ पे चले तो फिर what is so special about us, right? So हर लड़की की अपने खुद के ख्वाब होते हैं, अपने खुद के ड्रीम्स होते हैं, अपनी खुद की प्रायोरिटीज होती है। एंड आई थिंक if you guys ever follow us on social media, we just released a photo जो मैंने फिर से एक बार वापस social media पे डाला था, which was us when we won and then us today. और अगर आप देखेंगे तो हर लड़की, दिया, प्रियंका, लारा, हर लड़की अलग अलग फेज में है जिंदगी में और खुश है कि नहीं? हम खुश दिखते हैं कि नहीं? हाँ, तो खुश रहो ना। आप क्यों चाहते हो कि हम एक दूसरे के जैसे बने?
Hi, my question is to Mr. Rajiv. How does Divva compliments Miss Divva?
Yeah, I think we did speak about that. Like I said, the brand values of Divva are very complementary to the Miss Divva. We encourage women to be in their flow by wearing the natural fluid fabrics that Divva represents. And therefore, I think the entire pageant is about women being in their flow and being natural. And therefore, I think this is a great, like I say, it's kind of made for each other. There used to be a contest called Made for Each Other many years back. This is more like Made for Each Other.
It was MFEO.
MFEO. I was in that company that time.
Really? Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Good evening everyone, my name is Janvi. First up, everybody looks really beautiful. We adore each and every one of you. My question is to Natasha ma'am. What do we see in store for girls this year, since you are the trainer and grooming mentor for them?
Okay, I'm not the training and grooming mentor. I need training and grooming myself sometimes. So coming back, I think every girl reaches. I'm just trying to be honest. Okay, we all evolve and grow. And as Lara said, that she saw me as a baby at the Times of India group when she had just come in. आपको देख
I
देख
didn't
कर
say I saw you as a baby.
I'm very young compared to everybody on this panel, just letting everybody know here. Okay? I'm just letting everybody else know. So yeah, what we're looking forward is of course for all the girls who are going to be applying for Miss Diva 2020 this year, is to live their flow, live their moment. Do not think that perfection is what we are looking for. We are looking for their unique journeys. We're looking at them to explore this platform, this opportunity to the fullest. And I think there is no other place that actually takes them to the next level, which is being the ambassador of their country. And that feeling of being called India, outside, in India itself, and a proud Indian, I think that's what the girls should look forward to. And it's going to be a great competition. We're traveling across 4 cities, and I hope that we can actually make some noise there and some buzz. So everybody, please post on your social media handles about this. Every girl should go ahead and apply, and this is an opportunity of a lifetime this year.
Each and every one of you all are truly inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks. You can clap for me also, yeah? Come on. Zabardast.
Good evening, everyone. My question is for Lara ma'am. The girls you mentor, I'm sure they are really grateful to help you, and you have in some way or another impacted their life a lot. I want to know how the girls have impacted your life and how have they changed you?
It's a very, very valid question. You know, honestly, everybody says, oh, you know, they call me Lara ma'am firstly, which makes me feel really old. But, you know, that we look up to you, you're somebody that we want to be like, you're a role model. But I can't tell you, honestly, every single batch that I have worked with in 7 years, I have learned so much from these girls. I think I've learned far more from them than I've been able to teach them. And I'll tell you, there's, you know, when life happens to you, especially, I mean, I started in the business when I was 16 years old. So I've been, you know, around now for almost 24 years, which is a long time. It sounds like it's a really long time. It's a lifetime of experience. But somewhere down the line, your life also kind of leaves you sometimes jaded, sometimes cynical, you know, sometimes all the stars that you entered within your eyes, they kind of die down a little bit. But then you see a new batch of girls come in every year. You see the dedication that they come in with, the discipline, the hard work that they're willing to put in, and the enthusiasm that they come in with. And you see girls from small towns bring such large thought processes with them that sometimes it's very difficult to imagine that these girls are only 18 or 19 years old, that life hasn't even begun for them. Because they really are. Their take on life, what they want to achieve, how they see themselves is so profound and so amazing that it really makes you feel, and from the goodness of their heart, you see them helping each other. It really makes you believe in humanity. It makes you believe in a sisterhood. It makes you believe in the fact that, yes, nothing truly really is impossible. And that's what I learned from them every single time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have a question for Natasha. So what is the one wow element that would help the divas throughout their journey?
I think, is it because I'm wearing white you're asking me this question? Both of you from the same table? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, now the point is, we are looking at the wow factor of them being unique and being themselves. I think that's what's going to matter at the end of the day. What happens is they are subject to so much judgment, so much of, you know, as Lara said, the age of social media has like bloomed all of a sudden, that before she even reaches the stage, she's already assumed as a winner or not a winner. But what happens is, even in that pressure, if she maintains and she actually lives her moment, lives her flow, and this is not a plug-in, but actually lives her flow and bees herself, that's what is the wow factor that we always look forward to. And it's extremely exciting to see somebody being honest to themselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Where is that?
Yeah. Hi Lara ma'am. So ma'am, you have been very headstrong in the right sense, like you applied in 1999 and then you took your application back and then you applied again in 2000. Do you think things would have been different? And also when you were on the Miss Universe stage and the interviewer asked you to do some steps of Bharatanatyam, and like me and most of my friends thought that you would have got up and performed in that gown, but your confidence and your poise was so amazing, and you chose to sit down and just do the mudras. And do you have any message to the girls, because they come in for 3 weeks and I feel that's a very limited time to prepare themselves, something that they could start to do from now, because you were already like ready to win, like he said when you walked into the office. So would you like to say something to the girls?
I promise you I was not ready to win when I walked into the office. Firstly, he's forgotten to tell you what the photographs were like. They were shot in that regular, you know, the Kodak, whatever, what is that photo studio that you go to, and my sister did my makeup. So I definitely didn't think I was winning anything with those photographs. That said and done, I was sunky then and I'm sunky now, as in the sense that I just thought when I entered in 1999, that after I entered, I was like, you know what, but the whole ring of the Miss Universe of the Millennium has so much of a nicer sound to it than Miss Universe 1999, so I withdrew my application. And I re-entered in 2000. It had no great strategy or anything like that. It was just a moment of madness. So would life have turned out any more differently? I don't know. I don't choose to dwell on hypotheticals. Coming to the girls, yes, I think it's very important to know. So for me, at that point of time, I never really gave that much thought to, oh my God, am I going to dance in this gown, or what am I going to show? Because there's no time to think. You have no idea what the judges or the host is going to ask you. So it's all very impromptu. But for me, at that point of time, being a classically trained dancer, the dance form itself was sacrosanct for me. So just in order to win a title that night, I wasn't going to throw under a bus something that I trained for from the time I was 5 years old. So for me, having or giving the sanctity of, or the respect to the sanctity of that dance form was more importance, which therefore became very natural to say, look, I'm sitting here, I won't let you leave with nothing, I'll give you something, so I'm showing you some mudras. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I keep telling the girls, that they need to think on their feet. And you never let anybody go home empty-handed, ever. So you'll never, ever, and the media knows this, you'll never hear me answer a question with the words, no comment.
That's lovely. Thank you.
I think we also know that. We also know that.
My question is for Shrishti ma'am. So can you tell us more about Divva fabric and what makes it as a distinct brand?
I think you should try it. Come to the office tomorrow. Jokes apart, I think, well, I'm with the company very recently. It's been about like not even 8 weeks. I'll tell you my experience. When I walked in and actually had the pleasure of even touching the fabric, trust me, this is not a sales pitch. The tactile feel of the fabric is so amazing. Imagine a garment clothing your body. And when we say live your flow, it actually makes you feel like a princess. You know, seeing these lovely ladies walking in those lovely creations, it makes you feel different. It lets you breathe better. It almost flows with every curve, every movement of your body. So I think fluidity is very innate. It's more sensorial, it's more experiential. So even if I keep telling you, you know, factual evidences, I really think you should experience it, then you know what I'm talking about.
Nice, nice. Actually, I could visualize you feeling the fabric right now in your office when you stepped in. Shrishti, that was really nice. Any other questions, please?
One last question for Rohit, sir. So you have been seeing the entire journey since years now. So one tip or a message you want to give to the girls applying this year?
I think I'm the wrong guy to answer that question. I think Lara already answered to somebody what that tip would be. That think on your feet. Yeah, the message for me for the future, I would say 2020 and going forward for me would be that try to bridge our culture and what's coming in the future. That's what will make them win. And I think that's a lot of people, I keep saying the same thing, that, you know, we are a generation like, you know, I'm talking about my kids and maybe you guys. And I see Right now, where we were sitting, the center table was the little, I would say, matured audience, and the rest a lot of youngsters. So it's about trying to bridge, as I said, culture. Our culture is really, I mean, when we travel, when we meet people, me and Lara were in New York 3 years ago. Even today, Miss Universe, President Paula thinks she's one of the best Miss Universe they ever had. It's because of somebody who's come from this land and brings that culture to the table, right? And also somebody who can bridge what India is going to be in the next 10, 20 years. So keep yourself fit for that kind of a, I would say, block. That's what I would say.
Thank you.
So any other last question?
Good evening, everyone. Actually, I have a question for Lara, ma'am. Ma'am, I come from an Orthodox family, and it is so difficult for me to convince my parents that I want to do something like Miss Diva. So, what would you like to tell to all those girls who are dreaming of becoming Miss Diva, but they are not able to because of the family or such parents?
I'll tell you, I think we have to firstly respect what our family system is within this country. Because whatever said or done, we are a country that comes with certain core values. A lot of it has changed over the years, but a lot of it still remains and permeates through a very large part of this country. I always say that when we live in metros, we tend to live in bubbles. For all of us girls, I am a migrant to this city. So this city has given me wings and has given me a sense of safety like no other city in this country does. Today I can't imagine as a woman living in any other city in India. So it gives you that sense of security that you can go out. I used to take a cab at 4 o'clock in the morning to catch an airplane if I was going to go on a show or whatever. And I used to do it entirely on my own, alone, dragging my suitcase down the road in the middle of the night. But I come from a family of servicemen. I have 3 generations of pilots. And even when you come from the Air Force, yes, you travel around a lot and you have a very big, larger, maybe slightly perspective on life. But still, you come from predominantly Indian, homes and households. So I think I would really honestly tell parents to look to the girls, and I hope that we are the right role models for their girls, but to look to the girls who have actually come and achieved something in life. And I think for me, honestly, they say heavy lies the head that wears the crown. And I think this is one of the things that's really kept me on the straight and narrow through my entire career. That I really hope that tomorrow, regardless of whether it's parents looking at me as role models for their young girls, or even my own daughter looking at me, I hope that at the end of the day, I can really be somebody who holds my head up high, regardless of the industry that I'm in. And this is what keeps you on the straight and narrow. So I hope, and I say, please look at us. Please come and see what we've done with our lives and what we've achieved. And within the organization, the whole idea of having an ecosystem that I addressed right at the beginning is the fact that your girls are safe. They are being mentored. They're being given life skills that will go far beyond just participating that one night. You will see them transform into these incredible, wonderful women. And for me, the idea really is to empower a girl that comes on this stage, for her to know what she should be able to demand and ask for and what she shouldn't succumb herself to. So that will always be there in life at different stages. You will have situations or experiences that will not be so nice. But if you are a strong woman who knows what she wants, I promise you, you will fly over those. Those things will never touch you in life. So yeah.
I think your question, has given me a kind of an idea as an organization, right? I think what I would do now for this year onwards is, usually what happens is it's peer to peer, like parents to parents. When I as a parent speak to some other child's parent, I get some kind of comfort and sense. What I think we should do is list down all the past winners' parents, right, as a database, and I think we should speak to them and tell them that they can become a kind of a mentor to parents who want to find out whether it is good or bad for my daughter to come there. Because they have surely gone through the journey of trying to say don't go for it, but then once their kid has succeeded, their pride and the kind of sense of achievement they feel more than their daughter, I think it's something which only they can explain to another parent, right? So I think we will get our organization to do that, and it's a great question. I think we should at least, it could be a social media peer group. People can just write questions onto them and whoever as a parent wants to answer, they can answer. It's a great question. Thank you so much.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, are we through or any other last questions here? Are we good? Okay, great. You're like,
We're good, otherwise everybody in this room will be participating in this next Miss Divva. Come on, let's go.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lara. Thank you so much, Rajiv. Thanks, Shrishti. Thank you, Rohit. We'll make that parents video happen. All right. My mom's bite will be the first one on that for sure. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, members of the media, for coming here and attending this. Thank you, the Liva team. Let me give it up for the Liva team and the Times of India team for putting this together. Thank you, Sineyu. Thank you for putting this event together for us and the promo. And of course, thank you to everyone. Shamita, the team there. Can we give it up for them? Come on.
I want to thank Saurabh from ABG. Thank you so much that you've been the fire starter for us into the group. Thank you so much. I really hope our team makes you proud. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the dinner is served. Please enjoy yourselves. Drink up, enjoy yourselves. And thank you once again, Lara, for helping us through this entire journey and kickstarting it with such a bang. Bang, bang, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you to our panel. Thank you for sharing that symbiotic relationship between Liva and Miss Divva. And I think we also got one more promo here. Hashtag Lara for the win. Hashtag Miss Divva 2020. I hope that promo, that monologue goes viral. That's one more promo for Liva Miss Divva 2020. Thank you so much, all of you.